Hi there, welcome back. So this is actually being filmed back to back with the previous episode, which I'll find out whether that makes it easier on the editing later. But I wanted to try and keep the episodes a bit shorter, but try and do more of them at a time. I will probably, processing it will take a bit longer, but so I probably won't get them out on the same day. But in some ways that's good, because I can kind of spread it out a bit and try and do one upload a day. And then that way, if I don't get to sit down and play, I've got a chance to catch up. And I'm not going to go weeks without content. Because that's why I want to try and avoid doing this, because I get the feeling it would be quite easy to trail off and just be like, nah, nobody's watching this, I'll just skip it. But as I said when I started this, I'm doing this partially for the learning curve. It's because it's already got me to look at different parts of the editing process for the video. But you don't care about that. You're here for the Xcom. So we are going to scan this for a scientist. The data pad will decrypt. Yeah, there it is. So that's got 2 days, 1 day.
We have made a number of new discoveries, Commander.
Oh, all we got was intel. I'm a little bit let down by that. I was really hoping you'd be like, ooh, you know, here's something important.
Commander, during the course of our research, we made a startling breakthrough that has led us to another potential avenue of study. However, if we are to proceed down this path, we must do so immediately, or I fear we will lose our opportunity to return to it in the future.
I had assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
Just give the word and I'll get started, Commander.
I'm sure someone can be a little bit more knowledgeable with me, but if they say, oh, it should be a priority, should I be prioritizing that, or is it worth just going with other things? I'm not entirely certain. Anyway, okay, so debris will clear very quickly. I'm going to put in a power relay, because otherwise I'm going to run out of power.
Power relay construction initiated.
Okay, they're building it. I feel sorry for this one engineer. It's like, I've got to build a power relay all by myself. Okay, so 3 days on that. That's a shame. Got 5 for the improved assault rifles.
You are too trusting, John. The skirmishers are Advent. Advent is the enemy. The enemy is food.
Try not to bring that up when we meet, Volk.
You take their side after all we've seen these years.
Look, I'm not exactly having drinks with them, but they did hold up their end of the bargain. What about you?
Wait and see. Volk out.
Actually think they might show up. Commander, that was Konstantin Volokov, Volk to his friends. He and his Reapers are a big part of the reason why you're standing here today. Volk may be a little rough around the edges, but he's the real deal. Heads one of 3 resistance groups operating independently from us that we consider a legitimate threat to Advent. Together, they'd make one hell of a fighting force. Too bad they hate each other. Still, we've made some unlikely progress. Volk's Reapers may have found you, but they weren't acting alone. They were tipped off by a group of Advent defectors known as the Skirmishers. No one's big on working with these guys, knowing where they came from. But you wouldn't be here without their help. Both the Reapers and the Skirmishers have agreed to suspend hostilities provided you serve as the go-between. Trust doesn't come easy between these two, so we're heading for a nice, quiet spot on neutral ground. Even so, let's not take any chances. Intel on this area is weak, and we're picking up strange chatter on comms. Not to mention we're ending a decade-long blood feud today. I'd advise our soldiers to be fully prepared before we deploy on this one, Commander. Good luck.
Okay, so this actually reminds me...
We have a little bit of a situation here that could benefit from your help.
Okay, so this is actually reminding me of something I touched on in my first episode. So Marine Assert's voice is Outrider. who was like the skirmisher operative. Volk is voiced by Jonathan Frakes, who is also one of the Next Generation kind of alumni. He played Riker, which you probably know already, but which has reminded me, I think I read somewhere that each of the 3 factions in War of the Chosen has somebody from the Next Generation doing a voiceover. So I think it was the Skirmishers, it's Denise Crosby voicing their leader, their kind of version of Volk called Betos? She played Tasha Yar in the Next Generation. She was the first chief of security before she was killed, and then Worf kind of assumed her rank. Which leads me to the Skirmisher operative. So, as kind of their counterpart to Outrider, you get... I can't remember his name, I think it's Mox. And he's voiced by Michael Dorn, who was Worf on The Next Generation. And I can't remember for the Templars. I'm kind of hoping it's... and it feels terrible because I've forgotten the actor's name, but I'm really hoping it's Lieutenant Barclay. It's funny, as a kid, I hated him in Star Trek. It was the holodeck episode, and it's like, I'm not
sure how long our
I'm not
contacts
super
are going
keen
to
on
wait
this,
for us,
but...
Commander. So I'd recommend we proceed as soon as possible. All available soldiers are standing by to deploy.
And I wasn't too keen on it. I thought it was like, this is a bit creepy. It's like, as an adult, it's funny because I actually empathise a lot more with Barclay, and it's like, I can understand why he's doing this getaway, because I think as an adult, I think myself and a lot of others have become a lot more anxious in every day-to-day things compared to when you're a kid. When you're a kid, I mean, my best example is I met Elizabeth Sladen once when I was little. Can I leave that for the moment? No, I'll just go do it.
Setting course for the Arctic territories.
But yeah, I met Elizabeth Sladen when I was little at a
Each
signing
faction has
event.
agreed to allow a 2-person squad to
no, it's
escort
this
them
one.
to the rendezvous point. Hopefully that should be enough to keep them from killing each other. We've got a temporary ceasefire in place for the duration of the meet, but still, that doesn't mean we shouldn't be ready for anything.
This is not a normal mission. I have messed up horribly. I really wanted those better guns. So I think, again, this is something I read about, tell you what, I'll just show you guys. It might be easier than me explaining it and then showing you. I'm popping him out. Cameron's still out. I want the Grenadier on the second team. And I'll probably put Dirk there as well. Okay, so apparently I do have a mod that affects the gameplay, because I have rifles from Star Wars. And... the clip size is smaller though, so that's fair. Yeah, I'll go for that. Star Wars guns. So I don't get an opportunity to mod it yet, which is a shame. So does that mean I can change the shotgun for something? So he's doing 4 to 6. Clip size of 4. So it's doing 3 to 7. So yeah, I will be changing the camo on the guns at some point, so they look a bit funny. Let's give him Star Wars chain gun. So yeah, you can have the rotary cannon. Ah! I suppose it's... I'm hoping he'll change the hand position, otherwise it's going to look really bad. Yeah. Okay, so no Star Wars equivalent for that. I'm going to give him a Star Wars shotgun as well. Difficulty, easy. Lies.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Menace, ready to deploy.
Okay, so as they set up in the cutscene, this mission is about bringing the Skirmishers and the Reapers together. I really need to pay more attention to the names. But to be honest, it's bad enough because when I was learning about them, I kept calling the Skirmishers the Templars.
Reapers and Skirmishers have been at each other's throats
Reapers.
for years, so we're keeping the exact meeting point strictly need to know. You'll split into 2 squads, rendezvous with each faction, and bring their envoy directly to the location of the meet. Officially, this city no longer exists. Proceed to the first set of coordinates. Firebrand and the second team will head to the next drop point. Detecting increasing biological signatures in the area ahead. Then I'd say we're in the right place. Stay sharp out there today, people. Just because this city was abandoned doesn't mean it's lifeless.
If you are hungry, there's more where that came from. Impressive reflexes, but unnecessary.
Stand down. We're all friends here.
You are safe here. More so than you imagine.
Why do I get the feeling that's not true?
We shall see if the same holds true for these skirmishers of yours. Your presence already disturbs them. We must move quickly. My people will take care of this camp. Come.
Uploading the coordinates to the rendezvous point now. We've plotted the most direct route there. We don't know much about the skirmisher contact you'll be meeting other than his name. Mox.
Mox. Praetor Mox. His death squads wiped out entire camps of my people in the first years of the war. You would dare do this?
Pretty sure hands are bloody on both sides of this fight. That's the whole point of this intervention.
Reapers are born in the shadows, in the cold, harsh world that was waiting for us out there. We rely on stealth and long-range attacks, and our marksmen are unmatched by even the best Xcom has to offer.
So, earlier on they say, the Advent actually brought along a lot of good stuff for humanity. It was just a matter of you obey them. I suppose there is a cold, harsh world because you've noticed this city is destroyed, so... Advent propaganda. So Reapers use an advanced form of concealment called Shadow, which has only has a chance to break after taking actions. Consecutive actions increase the chance of being revealed. While in Shadow, Reapers have increased mobility and their enemies have smaller detection radio. Okay.
I'm on the move.
Does that mean I can just run her up front and... cars.
I am at your service.
What are the odds these can blow up? Saying that, I don't think they should. No, they can't take shelter behind the tree or anything. I think the car's the best one.
I got it.
Please no grenades. Please no grenades.
Damaged and dormant all these years, these devices still emit trace elements of unstable radiation. I cannot fathom what they were like in their original function.
We were there, Doctor. You're better off having missed it.
Don't know about anyone else. I loved XCOM Enemy Unknown and Enemy Within. I would have done a Let's Play of that, but as I said, the reason I did it for...
No more time for regret. We are not alone.
Those things, they still look like people.
What was human died years ago. Only the taint of the aliens survives now. Where there is one, more will follow. You must not hesitate to destroy them.
These creatures' DNA has mutated well beyond what we would classify as human. Perhaps the result of long-term exposure to the alien radiation from those pods.
Many fled to cities such as this to scavenge for food. They did not heed the warnings.
Okay.
These creatures' true strength lies in their numbers. As you can see, they fall easily. If we are careful with our shots, we will prevail.
I will leave immediately.
Okay, so this is actually something cool. So one of the mods was for Death Troopers, and I assumed it was going to be an enemy class that came up later in the game. I kind of forgot that the Lost were a thing in War of the Chosen. So the Death Troopers in Star Wars canon... Well, not canon, it's Legends. What it is Death Troopers, it was a virus. It was basically a zombie virus in Star Wars. That sums it up pretty well. The first book was on board a prison ship. They come across a Star Destroyer, it's been taken over. Han and Chewbacca are there, which felt a little bit unnecessary in the book, but, you know, it works. It gives you something to latch on to. Okay, I'm going to put him on Overwatch.
Readiness set to maximum.
Moving out.
It's okay, because if she dies, I don't think I can complete the mission, so...
Death to the invaders.
Ooh, I am revealed.
We can no longer
I
hide.
didn't take one.
I see everything.
Gonna run her there, because the Lost aren't gonna shoot me. Cover bonus I don't think's necessary.
You go on ahead.
But yeah, so the Death Troopers were a neat thing in the book. There was a follow-up set in the Old Republic, so it was actually a prequel to it, which established the virus was created by I think it was a Sith Lord doing experiments into like immortality. Audiobooks read by...
My people have encountered these beings
and I'm
before.
praying I don't get this wrong.
First,
I think it's Crispin
they
Glover.
may appear mindless, but they hear
It's
quite
the guy
well.
who played Lex Luthor's
In great
dad in
numbers, they can be
Smallville,
very
and he was
deadly.
Dyson on Tron Uprising. He's in a lot of good roles actually. Okay, that's reasonable.
Declaration. Ready to delete targets on your command.
I don't really want to... Wait, where am I? Okay, I'm heading through there. So I don't think I can go that much further. But I will need to...
It's not too far.
Oh no, it's the car cover. Oh, come on! Just having horrible flashbacks. Is it too soon to use a grenade? Probably is.
I got it.
Is it going to be like one of those films where you just kind of flop out the window? One of you could have tried to hit.
An entire city of our own people. Left to turn into these things.
Yes. All we can offer them now is a merciful death.
Threat removed. Ready.
We put our soldiers through a lot. They'll need time to deal with these issues when we get back.
I'm a little bit concerned about one thing, so I'm gonna have her go there.
My life is in your hands. The only fate possible for aliens. I have no more rounds. I loaded these cartridges myself.
Okay,
Copy
she
that.
has 2 shots, that's excellent. Just please hit.
I need ammo. Reload!
Okay. That was tense. I didn't like that.
These creatures are worse even than Advent. They have no cause, no fear. They simply exist. If we do not defeat the aliens soon, we will become little more than they are. I go where you tell me.
Okay, they're not by a car though, so it's all good. I think this is going to be one of those longer missions, considering I've got like a separate squad I need to deal with.
We risk all this for pray tell Mox? If he is not what you say he is, I shall kill him myself.
Looking
He is
forward to
the
this
one of the
meeting
most
already.
honourable of the Klingon Empire. How dare you!
Copy that.
I mean the Advent Empire, of course. Spin.
I can cover it.
I'm probably being a little bit too...
I can hear them.
Ooh, that's not good.
Central. Biological signatures are grouping into a singular mass. One closing in on this position.
It's Akira!
We must push forward before it arrives.
Extraction point is close, but looks like these things don't want to make it easy for you.
We will make it to your pet Advent in time.
I have to say, I am loving the look on the Death Troopers. That's a... I find that a really nice touch.
Deliver my best wishes to the Maker. Body count rising.
Okay, I get the thing's gonna go
Diagnostic. For some
really well.
reason, I cannot fire. Reactivation complete.
Yeah, where was your obsessive reloading then? Just go
I
run
go
over
where
there.
I am needed.
I should have taken cover inside the building. It's okay, I got a few Great, I don't have a few shots. Oh dear. Okay. Someone's
No
on
one will
Overwatch.
cross.
Great. In a bad way.
I got it.
She's jumping out a window. Yep.
Remember, they are not victims.
Well, yeah, the stormtroopers.
For years, my people hunted his kind. For years, we survived. Now you risk everything for your dreams of peace.
If you haven't noticed, the aliens have been kicking our planet's ass for the past 20 years. Think maybe it's time we try something else?
If only your speeches could take down these cursed creatures. I can get there.
Okay, I think I can just run everyone into the point now. Tell you what, before I do that, let's just make sure I don't ice him out. So the last thing I want to do is kind of get to the furthest guy last and then go, oh, I put somebody else in the only position he could get into.
You should have a clear path through now. Second squad is already en route to Mox. Proceed to the rendezvous and await their arrival.
Oh, we'll be there.
Hi. So I realised while editing, the Lost and Abandoned mission is actually a lot longer than it felt while playing it. And rather than uploading an hour-and-a-half video, I thought I would naturally split it into the 3 segments the mission takes place in. So this video covers the first part, with the Reapers. The second part will focus on Mox and the second squad that I sent out. And then the last part, while I won't spoil it, will show those 2 groups coming together for a section. While I'm here though, I can actually correct some things that I spotted while I was editing as well, which was a couple of mistakes I made while I was talking. First of all, it was Dwight Schultz who played Reginald Barclay in Star Trek Next Generation. I'm ashamed I forgot. He was also in the A-Team as, I think it was Mad Dog? The second one was, he's not in Xcom 2, which is a bit of a shame. It's actually John Delancey is the leader of the Templars, and he played Q in Star Trek The Next Generation, so that was the Star Trek connection. He wasn't a series regular like the others, but he was a recurring character, which actually is very similar to Barclay, because Barclay wasn't in every episode once he was introduced. Finally, it was John Glover who voiced the audiobook for Star Wars Red Harvest, which was the Death Troopers prequel, set in the Old Republic. Crispin Glover actually played George McFly in Back to the Future. James Glover did the stuff that I said he did, which was he voiced Dyson in Tron Uprising. I mean, he's done lots of stuff other than that, because he was the voice of the Riddler in Batman the Animated Series, the best Batman animated series of all time. And actually one of my favourite characters is the Riddler. Favourite Batman villains, I should probably specify. But yeah, so he's done that. He was in Gremlins. He's done a lot of work with DC Comics, actually, thinking about it, because he was Dr. Sivana's father in Shazam, and Lionel Luthor in Smallville. He was also had a small role in Batman and Robin, the worst Batman film ever made. Yeah, so he's done a lot with DC, nothing with Marvel yet. Maybe they'll change that in the future. He's a good actor, does a great film. But anyway, with that said, I'll wrap this off now, and thank you for watching, and until next time, may the Force be with you.